So it's another beautiful day here in Athens. Just got off the phone to mum and dad, which is nice to call home. And now, because the strikes have kind of finished, or at least the archaeological sites are back open, so I'm going to go to this place called the Kos or something like that. It's kind of like, it's near the ancient Agora where I was the other day, and it's similar. It's kind of just like parts of the old city. And then I'm going to go to the Roman Agora and Hadrian's Library, which are all pretty close together. So go check those out, and yeah, it should be fun. So here I am at the Keramikos. I've learnt that it's actually where the Greeks and stuff were buried. It's like a cemetery of the tombs and stuff, or at least that's what I think it is. I'm trying to figure it out. It's pretty cool. It's not as big as the Agora, but it's still quite impressive. Got a museum over there, which was cool. But yeah, they've got all like these are where people were buried, and got like reliefs like that, which are like the tombstones and stuff. So I'll have a walk around and check that out. So I'm on like the main street where they had all the tombs on the side of the road, and look what I found! Another tortoise. At this point, I'm not even surprised when I see tortoises running around Athens. I don't know what's going on, but it's very confusing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is like the main street apparently, and like you can see the tombs up on the side there, and there's more up there. There's a cat over there, which is all fun. I think I'll head in this direction. It's quite pretty in here. It's just like tombs scattered throughout. And you can just like, it's kind of like the Agora where you can walk around wherever you want. There's not too many roped off sections, which is really cool. A lot of these are replicas. The real ones are in the museum that I went into and just showed you before. So it's good to go in the museum first so you actually know what you're looking at. But yeah. Okay, so this big stone wall in front of us was a wall that was part of the wall that surrounded Athens, and the road that I was just on came out through here. It's called the Sacred Gate, I think is what they called it, and it's really interesting because this is where like you would get into Athens, and this is where the Romans invaded them from. They came through here, and so that is away from Athens towards Piraeus, and then to get into Athens you would come through here, which is like the gated area, and I don't know, you can't really see. Oh, yes you can, kind of. The Acropolis is way up there, you can kind of see the cranes. So that way is Athens, and this is the wall. They are freaking everywhere. I've seen like 10 or 15 of them. The other one retreated. Oh, wow, vicious. That guy's a prick. Tortoise Wars. Do. What's he trying to do? Oh, vicious. Just like biting at his legs and shit. Wait for it. Wait for it. Bam. I wonder why he's so pissed off. Or she, I guess. Dude, it's a shell, you can't bite through it. So try and use your imagination here. This, you can see these columns. This used to be a big building in which they prepared for the Panathenaea, which was like the biggest festival in Athens, and they would get all like the offerings and stuff here, and then they'd have like a parade, and they'd go from here up the street this way. Obviously it's not there anymore, but they go this way over to the Agora where I was the other day, and then up to the Acropolis. And yeah, it's all really cool. If you try and use your imagination, you can kind of picture it, kind of, I guess. But yeah, this was the building. So once again, use your imagination. This was the main entranceway to Athens, apparently. You had like a big tower over there, going up like that. Then you have another one right here, where this orange rock is, going like that. And kind of made a big gate. Apparently it was the biggest gate in the ancient world. And you'd come from this side, going into that Athens, going that way. And there used to be like a statue or something on top of that, I think. Or, no, a fountain. That used to be a fountain. But yeah, it's all pretty cool. So that was really cool, I really enjoyed that. So it turns out it's not just tombs and stuff, it's the wall and the main gate into Athens. So it was cool. Now I'm going to head over to the Roman Agora, see that, and then hopefully have enough time to go see Hadrian's library as well. If I can find them, they're not too far away I don't think. So let's go check those out. Okay, I'm at Hadrian's library right now. Hadrian being the Roman emperor, and he built this library, or there was buildings on it or something like that, and it housed, I think they said, nearly 17,000 books, which is impressive. But like behind me, you've got, you see kind of where the columns used to be, and then there was a big building there, and that's where all the books were kept. And there's like kind of an open courtyard here. There's another freaking tortoise over there. And this part here is a church that was built in the 5th century AD, and it just kept being rebuilt a few centuries later, every few centuries, sorry. It's kind of cool. Not as impressive as the Agora or where I just was, but it's still pretty cool. It's been a big library. So I'm going to have a look around and then head over to the Roman Agora. So this is the Roman Agora. They built this when the ancient one got too cluttered and they wanted to have more space. So they built this around I think they said between 19 and 10 BC, so right at the end of that era. And yeah, it's just built on just north of the Acropolis. I'm on the southern side, like my hostel's on the other side. And yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty nifty. Came in through that gate there, and I am over this direction. So this is the public toilets actually. You can see there's like a drain around the side, and water would go through, and you'd sit on these things and just do your business. And it went all the way around the other side. And then they've got this tower thing, which is pretty impressive. It's called the Tower of the Winds, and apparently it had like a thing on top, a bronze thing that would, whenever the winds would blow, it would point in which direction the wind was coming from. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to go find out what that is. Some kind of church, I assume. So it's actually a mosque, not a church. And it was, they reckon it was built in the 17th century by the Ottomans or whatever. It was pretty cool. I think I'm going to head out now to get something to eat and, I don't know, chill out. So today is my last day in Athens. There was a chance that I was going to get to go out to Delphi because Hostel runs like day trips out there every Saturday, but there wasn't enough people who were interested, so they had to cancel it, which is unfortunate. So instead I am going to go have a look at the first cemetery of Athens. I know absolutely nothing about it, and so I'm going to go, this looks like a cool place to check out on the map, so I'm going to go have a look at that. It's only a short walk from my hostel. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do later. Because it's my last day, I've kind of done all the big major archaeological sites, so no, find something interesting to do, I guess. So it seems to just be a cemetery. I mean, most of the graves that I'm seeing are from this past century, so I don't know why it's called Athens First Cemetery, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive. big tomb like thingies. It's pretty big too. But yeah. So obviously I'm not on a ferry cruising to Santorini at the moment. It's because they've extended the strikes. Yay! And so that means I missed my, well, didn't miss, it didn't go, the ferry. And so I'm still in Athens. So I'm going to try and go down to the port, and because I'm trying to get to Italy, I'm not going to be able to get to the islands now because of these strikes. So I'm going to try and bring my ferry ticket to get from Patras to Bari in Italy, trying to bring that forward as close as I can, because I don't really want to be here anymore. Kind of over Athens and just want to get out. It's going to get really bright. So yeah, I'm going to head to Piraeus, try and change my ticket, and see how we go, I guess. I just watched the Rugby World Cup final. It was fun. Pretty intense though. I was in a bar with a lot of Kiwis and French, so pretty funny, being the impartial one. So yeah, now I'm going to go down to Piraeus, change my tickets hopefully, get some money back for this, a non-existent ferry to Santorini, and sort myself out. So another update on changed travel plans. I couldn't move my ferry ticket from Patra to Bari forward because they're on strike as well. I was kind of hoping, I'm not sure on the details, so I was kind of hoping that it was just Piraeus Port that was striking, but apparently it's those ferries as well. So instead of kind of waiting and just hoping that they're going to be off or start going again, I bought a flight, so I'm going to fly on Tuesday. It's Sunday now. I'm going to fly to Rome, and then hopefully from then on it's clear sailing. I've booked a few nights. I'm going to be in Rome for about 4 days or so, and then do Florence for a couple of days, and Venice for 3 days maybe as well, and then head up into France. So hopefully, being out of Greece and out of the strikes, the plans that I've made will actually be what I do. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm kind of just chilling tonight. I had a big night last night, so I'm just gonna, I know, read a bit and get an early night because I'm tired. But yeah, so that's what's going on with my life.